What's good? Welcome to A Dose of Rags podcast episode number 9, bitch. Am I right on that, Dose?
Yes.
Yes, it's me and Dose, your hosts. We have our third host, Jay, is still missing in action, still in South Africa, doing who knows what.
With
What
who?
do you think? All right, What do you think Jay's been doing this whole time in South Africa besides partying?
Well, he said he was in Cape Town today, right? I mean, this week, right? Isn't that this week? He's in Cape Town? I have no idea. I keep hearing you got to go to South Africa. It's really, really, really nice out there.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. And call me ignorant. I have no idea what's fun out there.
I think the reason to go to South Africa is obviously to see the culture, right? To see the beautiful landscape, and also to see what hopefully Gaza looks like in 100 years. Free. Look, I'm not, and again, I understand what happened on October 7th, awful. But now it's almost a year after, and what's going on over there, bro? Anyway, how is your, it's been a little while. How's your summer been going?
Summer's been going by really, really fast, as usual.
Bro.
Kids busy, all that shit, keeping busy.
Lightning quick. Well, you know what's crazy? I started to cut you off, but you mentioned this, basically put a light bulb in my head. This year, we literally started the year talking about Cat Williams, then Diddy. It's now, literally it feels like Cat Williams' interview is just like a few weeks ago, right?
Yet so far ago too. At the same time,
years ago.
When you think of when you think of just memory, pure memory, you're right. It feels like it was just yesterday. But when you think of news cycles and how fluid the news cycles are, and what current events are popular, and what's talking about, it feels like ages ago.
Ages, bro. I don't know what's going on. Is it now? Do you feel like our lives are things are moving faster and faster and faster and faster? Or is it just the information is coming in is so fast that it feels faster? I
think I'm just getting older faster. That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah, well, we're getting older, but you figure like when you're older, you slow down a teeny weeny, a little bit.
I feel like Adam Sandler in that remote control fucking movie that he keeps fast forwarding and shit. You waking up and he's like, way ahead, and sometimes it feels like that.
That's got to be crazy. You've got children. That's tough. It's just like your life basically revolves around theirs. It's just moving fast. Before you know it, you've got 10,000 things that come up that weren't planned. So I can imagine. For me, I don't have any children. I have a freaking dog, which I share the responsibility with. And I feel like life goes so fast,
By the way, aren't you coming out to the East Coast soon?
Yeah, I'm coming out. We're going to do actually a podcast episode where we're in the same room, maybe 2. Who knows?
Yeah, we got to work on that.
We'll see. That's going to be exciting. I'm actually here. Yeah, I'm actually going to be in New Jersey, New York City area, coming up in August. But my parents are actually here right now, which is nice.
Still? Wow.
They're still here. They've been here for a while. They'll be here for another week. So it's nice because I get to see them every few days. They're staying at my aunt's place. It's nice to see your parents. I'll tell you what. I'm 46 years old. I finally learned how to pick a good mango. You know what I'm saying? You can learn something new every day, bro.
It's funny. I was hanging out with your brother this weekend at his house, and he was kind of bitching about not bitching, but he was looking forward to your parents coming back home to Jersey
because they take the ease off of them with the kids, right?
Yeah.
My parents are chilling right now, bro. They're in max relaxation, enjoyment. It's nice. It's nice to see my mom and her sister. When they get that old, and they realize they only have only so many more times to be together. It's kind of sad, but it's nice. It's nice. There's there's this feeling in my aunt's house of a full house, which is always nice, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's always a good thing.
Yeah, so it's nice having my parents around, and I'll be over in Jersey next month. But I might have some shows in New York City and New Jersey. I'll let you guys know. But yeah, do you guys have this on the East Coast? We have this fucking e-bike problem over here.
What problem?
There's e-bikes. These electric bikes? People like kids are getting
What's
killed on
what's
these
the problem?
fucking things.
Is
Like,
that the problem? Like, what is the problem? The
well,
kids are just
I'll tell you the problem is these kids are annoying. They're fucking going around like there's like 10 of them. Like there's like an e-bike gang. First of all, how are you gonna show off? Oh yeah, back in my day we had a little e-bike gang. You can't really fucking. There's no street cred in an e-bike, right? These kids roll around 10 deep. I've seen them. They basically like will take forever to cross the street, so people have to wait there, and they're doing it on purpose. They're fucking annoying teenagers. On top of that, they like 10 of them will like ride by a chick and then let me smash. This new generation has a very weird way of interacting. Um, but yeah, I guess you don't have this e-bike gang shit on the west. It's happened in all the beach towns over here in LA.
well, you have to remember where I live right now. I mean, there's I
Yeah,
live kind of in the suburbs, blue
yeah.
collar kind of neighborhood. It's kind of a small town. Maybe in a beach area, the Jersey Shores, or in New York City, maybe there's some of that, but I haven't seen it around here locally.
I mean, New York City, they get run over real quick. It'd be nice to get some karma there. No, look, yeah, but I gotta imagine. So the kids are still riding regular bikes there. Are there no? I mean, do they have electric bikes, or how's it work over there?
I've seen a few electric bikes out here, yeah, for sure.
Is your
I see grown ass men on electric bikes, by the
yeah,
way.
yeah.
Okay?
I mean, yeah, they're fun, but these gangs, man, this whole fucking. Here's the problem: is they go too fast. So when they're whizzing by you, you're like, yo, if a motherfucker hit me, I might be in trouble. Even if you hit the wall and ricochet off me, whatever it is. But does your daughter want an e-bike?
No, not yet. I
Wow,
don't
okay.
even. I'm
You're
not
gonna
even
start
sure
hearing that soon.
I'm not even sure. She's just man. She's a little late bloomer with the bike. She just learned how to ride a two wheeler recently.
Bro,
So
I
I
didn't.
think we're. But can you
Know,
imagine, by the way, if they had those e-bikes when we were kids?
oh, bro, we would have loved them. You kidding? Bro,
How
we
many?
were stealing bikes. You remember?
I was getting ready to go there. I was getting ready to go there.
Perfect segue. We were so obsessed with bikes. We used to steal them. We used to paint them, redo them. We thought we were so smart. The fucking VIN number was. We tried to chip it away.
Well, yeah, we spray painted them. We took it apart, spray painted them. So
Yeah, we
few
scratched
close
it.
calls.
There's a. You tell the story because people won't believe me.
Well, I wasn't there for the very beginning part when the bike was taken, right? I guess there was a red bike with a bit. Do I need to go? Should I go into the detail with this, or
A
what?
little bit of detail. I don't mind. Listen, I stole a bike. Let's go quickly, right?
Okay, you stole a bike. It had a baby seat on it. You took off the baby seat. You put it in your parents' garage. We're riding around the neighborhood. A cop comes, starts questioning the crap out of us. Takes you in because you fit the description, and then left me and the other guys. We hauled ass all the way back to your house because I knew they were going to come over there. I went in your garage. Thank God your garage was open, and we took the baby seat out and we dumped it all over. I don't remember. I threw pieces of it in the sewer. I threw something. I don't remember where I threw the actual seat. I don't remember. Then 10 minutes later, I see from like 100 yards away, I see the cop pull up with you. He goes in that garage and it's not there, and they let you go.
Bro, he didn't even go in the garage. I wouldn't let him in. He was going with the flashlight on the fucking window, remember? Looking into the garage. So he was, and it's so funny. So they brought me in the police car. He takes me over. Remember, when I had stolen this bike, I went so we used to go into open garages and just take the bike like assholes, right? And now I feel so guilty. A fucking baby seat, really, Rags? God damn. But I remember going into a garage. The bike is like, it's placed on a hook or whatever. I lift it. As I'm lifting it, the fucking guy comes out, and he fucking. I just take the bike and I run and I jump on it and dip. So I got caught in the act. Anyway, the police people take me to this. It's so funny when they want someone to ID you, they have you come out of the car and they have all the lights on you so you can't see nothing. And the person couldn't ID me.
I thought she did. I thought she did ID.
She said she wasn't sure. So bro, I never got arrested for that shit.
So did the cop bring you to your house before or after she couldn't ID you?
After that, he was so mad. He brought me there, looking around, couldn't find nothing because you guys saved my ass. Bro, woo! I could have easily got arrested that day.
And by the way, for those that doesn't really know Rags, and you're thinking what a piece of shit he was, I hope he got his karma. I could speak for Rags. He definitely got his karma from whatever
Many
whatever
times over.
things that he did back then. Okay, and he's a changed man now. I can tell you that for sure.
Yeah. I remember. You got to remember. This is. I mean, literally, this is 30 years
16
ago.
years old,
So
17 years old,
years
16,
ago.
15
Give me
years
a
old.
fuck. Yeah, 30. We're 15, so maybe 32. It was a long time ago. So, give me a little bit of a break there. If you're angry. Yeah, you know what? Going on to another topic. Bro, you know what's crazy out here now is people are rocking mushroom vapes. Do they have those over there yet?
No, I haven't. Well, I haven't seen it.
I put the picture up that I sent. There's a company. So apparently, everybody has these now over here, and I mean, I just think it's a little bit insane that mushrooms are that easily accessible. There's the mango smoothie mushroom vape pen, and then go to the other picture. It kind of gives you some insight into the actual. There's another picture I sent you.
All right, hold on.
I mean, isn't this a little too accessible? Like, shouldn't you have to kind of eat the mushrooms and throw up a little bit and kind of anticipate the feeling that I'm about to trip? Let me get mentally ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, now when you just pushing a button and you hit the fucking vape, is it like almost like too easy?
Have you tried any of this yet?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So hold on. So let me.
I'll tell you what I've tried. I've tried.
Hold
DMT.
on. Before you get into that, let me describe this for those that are listening. So it's called Mango Smoothie Microdose Magic Mushroom Vape Pen, right? And it just kind of it kind of gives you the instructions. 1 to 7 puffs gives you a subtle microdose. There's a little smiley face emoji. 8 to 14 puffs gives you, hey, I could see my house from here, kind of high. And then 15 plus is like, full on hallucinate. Like the clouds taste like goji berries. Is that what it says?
Mango, I thought. I don't know. But listen, I guess it's kind of good that it takes 15 hits to get you that high, because that's a lot of hits. So maybe it's a responsible way of doing it. I don't fucking know.
I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, I'm good with microdosing personally.
Look, I get it. What I'm saying though is this is just too. Most people are not microdosing. Most people are getting fucked up, right? So
that's because they don't know better.
That's what I'm saying. So my thing is like, look, I tried DMT in a vape pen. Yeah, and should children have, hundreds of hits of DMT in their pocket accessible by? Probably not, right?
No.
But I do a joke on stage about it, but anyway, they got mushroom vape pen, and again, for adults who know what they're doing, this is fantastic, right? But for kids that are just getting into the game, maybe this is rushing it. So, yeah, it's a whole new world we're in, man.
Now,
For
those who haven't microdosed on shrooms before, I'll just share one really quick experience. For me, at least, it enhanced all my senses. I'm never gonna forget. I was at a lounge, a rooftop lounge in Jersey City, and it hit me. And I went to the restroom when it was peaking, and I walked by the bar. By the bar, there's like a bunch of different parties there. Party of 3, party of 4, party of 5, whatever the case is. I remember being able to. My focus was so intense that I was able to hear every conversation word by word, and it was a loud, super loud environment with music and everything. But as I'm walking by each party, I'm hearing everything so explicitly, and I was just so amazed at my focus level. Like I've never felt that kind of intense focus ever. It was a good experience for me.
Yeah, well, listen, I've done a lot of psychedelics. I'm not going to go into that so deep just yet. But my major takeaway from psychedelics is, for the most part, if it's like a heavy dose, I always look down at my leg and my hand. I'm like, I'm just a fucking ape, dude.
Wait, hold on. Put your hands in the camera.
Yeah,
put them in the camera. Put the hands in. Let everyone see the. Let everyone see the hands.
But yo. At the end of the day, it makes you realize how we're just all fucking connected, man. It really is a powerful tool, I think, for people. Like, dude, if you give fucking mushrooms or acid or ayahuasca or any of the stuff to racist people, they're gonna have to. They're gonna really realize how stupid racism is. They're gonna realize how connected we are. you do realize like everything is just one, and that this is more. And look, you know what's crazy is these psychedelic experiences have made me kind of come to the conclusion of I know that there's a higher power out there. You know what I'm saying? Like there's something out there. Now I'm not saying it's defined by any of the current religions that are out there. Sure, there's probably aspects of each fucking religion in there. But the point being, it makes you realize what's important. You know, like, bro, it's crazy when you watch this TV show. Watch it. If you ever watch TV, watch an infomercial when you're tripping.
Okay, but hold
Bro,
on.
you could see how evil, or watch like a evangelist, whatever the fuck those crazy Christian dudes. Watch one of them motherfuckers on a psychedelic, and you're like, damn, that shit's fucked up, man.
Okay, but hold on, wait a second. I want to go back
like
to
watch
something
the
you
My
said.
Pillow guy. If you watch the My Pillow guy, mushrooms, bro, he almost jumps out. He is the devil. You know.
But did you imply before that if a racist was on psychedelics, they would understand, they would realize how stupid they are?
I think they would realize that we're just animals. So like we're the same animal, like us, like whether it's brown, black, white.
I don't know if I agree with that. I mean,
Well,
if that's the case, I mean, what? So that means if David Duke took some psychedelics and some microdosing, all of a sudden he ain't going to be head of the KKK anymore.
I'm not saying head of the KKK. I think it'll give him a flaw. I think it'll give him. He'll be torn because, bro, for some reason, psychedelics really make you see the truth, right?
Yeah, but you can't tell me that not a single racist person took a psychedelic before. That implies
I agree
that
they have, and I'm sure that some of them. And again, my theory is that some of them are like, shit. This motherfucker might be. I might be like thinking this whole shit wrong, man. like, look, when you see, like, when you you do have some really deep. When you trip hard, you have some deep thoughts, and some shit that makes you really see how how small we are in this universe, shit like that, and it means that. Look, we're arguing at this surface level of skin color or, you know, eye shape, whatever the fuck it is. The real fucking problems are, the real answers are way above these arguments, right? This universe is millions and billions and trillions of fucking miles of open space and all these planets. Like, there's way more shit that's important than us, right? That's what it kind of makes you realize. But anyway.
Well, look, I know. Let me just wrap this up by saying, I know, there's been case studies on this for sure, but I wonder, it sounds like we need a specific case study for racists on psychedelics.
That's a great experiment. You know what? And the thing is, they're never going to take, these aren't drugs that are popular with white supremacists, you know? But look, it's like me telling you this. Imagine a terrorist, saying a terrorist from fucking ISIS, whatever, takes mushrooms. Imagine, Netanyahu takes mushrooms, right? Some could trigger in their brain, like, damn, what am I doing?
Yeah, he could use it.
Yeah. All right. Well, look. By the way, bro, I am in this weird abusive relationship with Kohl's.
Kohl's?
You know the brand Kohl's, the store?
Kohl's.
Yeah, Kohl's.
Yeah,
bro,
Kmart on
I
steroids?
have this weird relationship. Kohl's got me. The marketing motherfucker at Kohl's, that's a smart dude. I know Kohl's don't sell good shit. Okay, but look, I got this shirt from Kohl's. $5. Feel me?
He's got a Chucky free hugs t-shirt on.
This is a $5 shirt at Kohl's, right? So I'm getting a great deal. I like Kohl's. Look, Kohl's are little tricks. You bring your Amazon return there to give you some points off. But anyway, right now with Kohl's, you go in there, they're like, hey, we have a sale going on. Half the shit ain't on sale. Oh, Columbia doesn't apply to the sale, or Nike doesn't apply. It's always some bullshit fucking disclaimer shit. So I go there, I buy a few things. Oh, half of these don't qualify for your 20% off and your Kohl's cash, because they give you Kohl's cash. So every time I make a purchase, they give me some Kohl's cash. So that keeps me locked in to go back, right? Because now I got $20 to spend at Kohl's for free. But yet, all the brands don't fucking qualify. So I end up buying another brand. So I end up going there shopping, spending $30, $40, $50, which isn't much, thankfully. But then it keeps me coming back, because then I got $20 more Kohl's cash whatever. So then then I'm coming back, and then I end up spending 70. They're getting me, bro. I don't even, dude. Do I need this fucking shirt?
No, of course not.
But yeah, the point being is I only paid $5 for this shit, $6, whatever. You know what I mean? That's a good deal, goddamn. But Kohl's, it's like I'll tell you what, I feel great going into Kohl's. I got my Kohl's cash. I'm like, I got 15% off. I got all these deals. You know, my Indian fucking antennas are clicking. And then when I leave there, I'm miserable. I'm like, I bought more than I did. I spent more than I wanted. I fucking, half the shit didn't qualify. So it's this weird abusive relationship where they're abusing me, and then they keep coming back.
Now, did you have to negotiate for any of those prices? Or they were
you can't negotiate in Kohl's, dude.
What do you mean? You're Indian, dude. You know what can't you negotiate?
No. Listen, those type of Indians need to be shipped back, bro. Those motherfuckers embarrass us. You can't negotiate with corporations. That's what Indians have to learn.
What do you mean?
I never negotiate. Look, I'll tell you this. Sure, I'm not gonna lie to you. If the shit's on the clearance rack and there's no tag on it, yeah, I mean, I might be like, yo, there's no tag. They should, like, come on. And they might, like, scan the inner tag on the fucking thing, and they figure it out that it's $15. I'm like, yo, throw that to me for 10, and it never works anyway. You can't negotiate with corporations, bro. Corporations are controlling the United States, the government.
That
think
doesn't
I
stop.
can negotiate with them?
That doesn't stop people from negotiating sometimes.
Indian people are so embarrassing. I used to be so embarrassed when I was a kid. Oh, my dad used to argue, my mom used to argue with that.
Yes.
Not so much. It was so embarrassing. Yes. With those accents.
Yes.
So, and we were all dressed, we were basically wearing like cheap shit. So like, everybody in the store, oh God. Bro, it's why Indians are hated so much. Around the country, around the globe. I mean, but if you think about reality, bro. Like, if you look at reality, let's be honest, most races are cheap, right? They'll say Indians are cheap, Jews are cheap, Africans are cheap. They'll say anybody with a fucking, 2 cents is going to be a little bit cheap, right? Because you're going to want to, money has no value no more, so you're going to want to save as much as possible. Anyway, I don't know. I'm off on a weird tangent. But yeah, that's a whole other episode where we discuss how Indians can do better.
How cheap we are.
Well, bro, I'll be honest with you. Like, I see Indians. I live near the ocean, right near the beach. There's a lot of Indians, or I don't know, brown people that come to the fucking beach, bro, on the weekend. And
Indians
the thing
come
is,
to the beach?
Indian people will come to the beach. Bengali, Indian, who knows, Pakistani, I don't know what they are. They're brown, right? And I noticed this too. Like, they all got they're at the beach, bro, and they got resting bitch face. They look miserable. They're like sizing. I'm riding my bike by them. They're sizing me up. It's like, bro, like, you're at the beach.
So what's their deal? What do you think their deal is? Why are they so miserable?
I do a whole thing on stage about this where I'm like, yo, Indians, start smiling a little bit, bitch. You have a better life. Like, what are you angry about? You're on the beach. Your kids are having fun. What are you still angry about, bro? You notice that, bro. A lot of Armenians too out here, angry. You know what I noticed? And then this is kind of where the joke goes. Is I'm like, maybe people would like us more if we smiled a little bit, right? Let's prove it. People don't like Indians because of the attitude, usually, right? They're cheap. They're not smiling, or they're smiling too much. You ever seen those Indians? Which, like, it's so suspicious. Like, you're like, why is this motherfucker so happy? But let's look at the immigration of other races. Number one race people love and are immigrants and are also stealing jobs, but they love them. Filipinos. They're always smiling. You ever notice that? They are a very positive, happy race. And you never hear, we get them Filipinos out of our country. Same with Iranians. You Persians are usually smiling. I notice out here. Now, I don't know about Jersey, but in LA, Persians are usually happy, laid back, relaxed, right?
Yeah.
Armenians, bitch, they're like, yo, you want to, like, they go look at you like you want to fight. Like, Indians, same way. Like, Indian men, they look at you like you just, like, fucking took their daughter on a date. Like, that's the look they're giving you, right? They're angry. Like, you did something to them. Anyway, this is a whole other rampage. I'm just rambling.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one.
But it's the truth, man. And I think I have the right to say that. I'm an Indian American. I saw my parents. My parents are finally smiling. But I'm like, bitch, you're now in close to your 80s. Finally.
Yeah, that That is a good
Bro,
point. I remember as a kid, I don't think I ever saw any one of your parents smiling
exactly,
anytime
bro.
when I was a kid.
There you go. And I always just do same thing. Remember your pops? Your pops was pissed.
I hated
And
I hated
now
everyone.
your dad does nothing but smile. So like it takes 50 years, but they finally get there. Now
So what is that? What is that going to mean for us when we're 80? Because we're already smiling a lot right now.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna be dead. Too much psychedelics, bro. Oh god. All right, let's get into the episode today. Enough talk about personal shit. Obviously, we had a weird episode last week, Dose. We talked about Trump almost got shot. Doesn't that feel like it was months ago?
Yeah, because there's been so much. Well, what has happened the last couple of days since then, right?
It's just like so much new shit. They're pushing. You know what's funny is the plan worked, right? The Democrat plan went exactly as they wanted. Mm-hmm. First, they used the media. He did awful. He did awful. He was the same motherfucker that he was 2 weeks ago, a month ago, whatever, right? He did awful. Yeah, he's in decline. We all knew that. First, you put the media against him. Then you start putting more pressure with the Democratic senators and congressmen, House of Representatives against him, right? These congressmen. Then you start pulling Hollywood, right? Then it's Nancy Pelosi. And then the final move, they pull the money. the donors, right?
Well,
and then
wouldn't Obama be in there too? You got to put Obama in there. That was a big.
Obama's the last one. Obama was just like on Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, he's gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy to see the interworkings of the corrupt government we have. Whether it's Republicans, whether it's Democrats, yes, they're all fucking corrupt. Anyway, before I go into anything else, Biden's gone, and you literally haven't seen him anymore. They wiped him. They wiped him like fucking Hunter Biden's hard drive. It's gone. He's gone. He's disappeared. Poof. He's still got COVID. Somehow Netanyahu is here. Netanyahu might as well met fucking goddamn Michael Jordan. Like he could have met anybody in this country. What's meeting Biden gonna do right now? It's so stupid. You know what makes me even more mad? I watched that fucking Republican convention.
Yes.
I'm like, look, we're not going to spend too much time on it because it's been forever since then. But, bro, I walk and it's a WWE. I feel like you're in a WWE style fucking show, right? Hulk Hogan comes out. Bro, if Hulk Hogan was saying the N-word every 5 seconds, literally a fucking few years ago, yeah, this guy was an idol to me growing up, but he broke my heart when he fucking talks about his daughter dating a black dude like that. Come on. I can't trust that guy. Tucker Carlson, I don't know. That guy's he's calling Trump God. He hates Trump. He said, I hate this guy. Bro, it just seems all finagled and fake. Look, Trump promised the world to the people. He promised the world, we're all going to get rich off energy. You guys are going to get rich, bro. We never get rich off of nothing you guys do. Ever. You gave us 1,000, not even me. You gave people 1,000 stimulus, and people were fucking willing to sell their souls for you. So he's talking about, bro, Trump said, we're going to build an Iron Dome. Did you hear that? Around the whole United States. Now, Israel has an Iron Dome, which, again, works. But, dude, can you imagine that dome, how much it would cost on the United States? First of all, this fucker went on, I'm going to build a wall. The wall was, by the way, the wall was never fully completed.
And who paid for it?
And Mexico's going to pay for it, but now we paid for it. And guess what? Republicans, ironically, are blaming Biden. We have so many. Yes, it is Biden's fault the border's fucked up. But that wall, I thought it was going to save us, right? It's all bullshit. Now, why no one is talking about the assassination? Now, because the Democrats figured out a way to get all the attention again by simply putting Kamala Harris into basically giving her the nod, right? She's accepting the Democratic nomination. So here's the thing. When I hear this, I heard the stories from 2020 when she was running for primaries where Biden himself shit on her. So you don't have a good track record. You lock young black, brown men up, which he does too, by the way. Don't get me wrong, but he brought it up, which is weird. Tulsi Gabbard at the debate, the Democratic debate, when they were trying to find, before they came up with Biden.
You're talking about 2020.
2020. She was saying, look, Kamala, you're a woman who locked up young black men. You're a woman who kept a guy on death row. Look, there's some misinformation there. Yes, she did fuck up and lock up a lot of young black men, a lot of young brown men for marijuana, for weird shit. I think it was only 45 for marijuana convictions, but she's locked up a lot of people for nonviolent crime. She's kept them in jail because they needed cheap labor.
And by the way, it's kind of awkward. Half Jamaican locks up a lot of brown and black men for marijuana charges, right?
It's not. She's not really Jamaican, bro. She's American, right? She's not really Indian. She's American. Yeah, she has these labels. Here's the thing. I want to love her, bro. Do you not think I want some fucking goddamn color in that White House? Fuck yeah, I do. Ideally, I want to, but I'm not going to vote for race. So I'm like, look. She's not that likable. I am not when she talks. I kind of like, ugh, what's she talking about?
Yeah, I'm with you.
But I want to give her a chance so bad because of her fucking race. I'm not gonna lie to you. But then I look and I'm like, wait, this bitch gonna put me in jail. Literally, I have a personal, connection to being someone who was fucking taken. I was persecuted for marijuana, right? Personally, you know that. You were too. The way this works in the world is, this is personal to me, right? Now, here's some of the holes in the story. I think she only put 45 people for marijuana in jail. She was the prosecutor in San Francisco when things were going well there. 2010 was the last time I remember San Fran being a great town, right? That was the end of her era. So all the ruining of SF has happened since then. Now, she was the Attorney General of California as well. And sure, she made some weird decisions, but she doesn't really have that much that she stands on as far as issues, right? What's weird to me is, let's look at the evidence of what we can see. And remember, I'm trying to find information to say that's false about all the bullshit that's going to be spread about her, right? I want to like her. I want to, because at this point, I'm not sure who I'm voting for. So I'm looking into it, right? And I see, okay, one thing that's weird is she dated a guy, Willie Brown. He was some politician. What was he? Look up Willie Brown. What was he? Dude, he's 31 years older than her. So when he's 90 and she's 59 right now, okay? So that means when they dated in the 90s, you're talking about 30 fucking 5 years ago, right? You're talking, let's say 30 years ago, exactly.
Catapulted her career in a way.
30 years ago, how old was she? 29. How old was he? 60. That's fucking weird. When you're 29 and you're dating a 60-year-old, there's something off there, right? Isn't there? Bro, yeah. You have a daughter who's in that age range, okay? Right? She's not 29 yet, but if your daughter in a few years is dating a 60-year-old, what's going to be your reaction?
What the fuck? That's going to be my reaction.
I'm 46 years old, okay? When I put this shit on, like the parameters, when I'm on a dating section now, but when I have been, I'm like, yo, let's just try to get a girl between 30 and 35. I'm not going to lie. That's my way of thinking. And I know it's flawed. I'm going younger. But think about me. I can't even date a 29-year-old at that age because I'm like, 20s is too young for me. 30, even 30 is kind of too young for me, right? So how that relationship worked, I don't know. Now, listen, she did date a guy I like. She dated Montel Williams. But that motherfucker, I don't know if we have a picture. Everybody knows who Montel is. Montel, I like Montel. You know, he always spoke to me, you know? Listen, he was entertaining. He did, like, sometimes the show was a gimmick like Maury, right? Whose baby is it? That type of shit. But look, he has to do what he has to do to survive. I like the fact that she dated Montel. Gives her a little bit more credit in my book because he seems like you can't date someone unless you're similar, like have some, you're like-minded, right? See the edibles start kicking in and start fucking saying dumb shit. So basically, I like Montel, so by default, I give her a little bit more credit. You know what I'm saying? Boom. It's a little bit weird though that her and Montel, I guess, date, right? Like, where do they meet? How does it work? Whatever. That's fine. I overlooked that.
There's this video, and I think the photo that I'm sharing right now, you see her in his arms, and then he's also with another girl on his other arm. Who is the other girl? And was he dating both of them? Were they having
No, that was his daughter. Again, more misinformation. See, Republican news sources are saying that that's his. Kamala was a side piece, and that was his regular girlfriend. That was his daughter, bro.
Oh,
just like another. Okay, let me point out another piece of misinformation here, just because it shows that we do our research.
Forgive me.
You know what I'm saying? They said that Kamala kept a guy on death row. Now she did hold back the DNA testing. She did. She fucked up there. But guess what? The state finally made them do the DNA testing. The guy was still guilty. So he's still on death row. He's going to be executed. So, yeah, she did fuck up. She should have just let the DNA. Like, why not test her DNA? Like, how could you say no to that, right? If someone's in jail and there's no DNA evidence and now they can actually test for it, like, isn't that common sense? Some of the shit she does doesn't make sense to me, right? So now here's the thing. How's she going to sell herself? She's getting a lot of hype right now. I think she got close to $220 million overnight. That's how much money this fucking country had. You fucking, boom, you make one phone call, all of a sudden, there's millions and millions and millions of dollars being poured in here.
If it helps at all, the New York Post reported today that Montel Williams did kind of endorse Kamala Harris, too.
Yeah. He said, I'm all for her. So Willie Brown, I think, too. Bro, one thing is this. What's weird to me is this. I'm allowed to say this because I'm 46 and I'm not married because I'm a nut job, right? I'm a little weird, right? I'm a little crazy, and I'll admit that. But she didn't get married till 10 years ago, and she was 49. So not being married until you're 49, that says something. Now, I'm admitting to the world, I'm a fucking nut job. I got my issues. Kamala, are you kind of, if you're on that wavelength, I don't know if you can't, I mean, then her new husband, by the way, her husband of 10 years. Have you seen this guy? Put him up. What the fuck's his name?
Yeah. Well, she's very committed to her career oriented. Maybe she was just overly focused.
Yeah. I guess so.
Or
he's rich. He's a lawyer. Doug Emhoff. By the way, his title is second gentleman. So, the first lady, he's second gentleman. By the way, second gentleman sounds like the last guy in the gangbang. I'm second gentleman, guys, so I will be waiting till you're done, and I will finish her up. Don't worry. So, anyway, what's funny? He picks J.D. Vance, going back to Trump, because I forgot about this. J.D. Vance.
Turd.
By the way, J.D. Vance hated him, compared him to Hitler, called him...
he's a turd.
A failure, blah, blah, blah. Called him a bunch of messages. By the way, J.D. Vance, by the way, I think he went through puberty. Let's show the picture of him.
That one? Okay,
when he first talked shit about Trump. This is what he looked like when he first was talking shit about Trump. This is what J.D. Vance looks like when he hates Trump. And now, this is what J.D. Vance has become. This guy has now become, apparently went through puberty, apparently voice changed, apparently he's fucking, got the chiseled chin now. He took Ozempic, whatever the fuck. I don't know, is it me or did he lost some weight, right?
Yeah, he lost a few pounds.
You know what I'm saying? Got the beard going to really make you focus on his eyes. You know what I'm saying? His wife probably told him to do that shit.
He's got an Indian wife, by the way.
Yeah, Usha. Oh, yeah. I've been paying attention. And, I always notice it's so funny because you could just see Usha is like always on the edge of the screen. And they won't let him bring the little babies on stage yet. And I went back to that fucking Dave Chappelle sketch with, remember, or the stand-up when he's doing the Bill Clinton invitation. Let me kiss that baby. Remember that? Right? Hey, let me kiss that N-word baby. Remember that? Do you remember that? So listen, it brings me back to the Republican Party or maybe Usha and JD are like, we don't want our kids on stage. All the other grandkids are on stage. Trump's grandkids are on stage. They don't bring up the little brown babies.
Now, what do you think that's all about? Because they're brown?
Bro, it's so funny. They're bringing up so much shit already. There was a prayer. It's a prayer that I've heard many times growing up. Is a Punjabi household. They did a prayer on stage or whatever, and it's a non-Christian prayer, right? It's a Sikh prayer, and you Republicans are attacking. Oh, fuck, we have one God and all. Jesus Christ, the only God and Savior. We know that. What the fuck they doing? They ruin. Okay, this country is built on separation of church and state. It was one of the biggest components that the fucking goddamn patriots fucking fought for. Okay, goddamn. All right, yeah, enough of that shit. Enough of politics. I'll tell you this. I'm confused, as I was last week. I'm even more confused than I was 2 weeks ago. I'm even more confused than I was beginning of the year. It's just a time of confusion. I don't know who I'm voting for.
Is this causing you anxiety?
No,
is this causing you some anxiety?
I could give two shits, bro. My life is going to be the same. Whoever's going to be in office.
I feel the same way. I kind of feel the same way. Like I'm not gonna say I don't give a shit because that's false.
I obviously do. Yeah, I enjoy talking about it with people. I enjoy bringing it up on the podcast.
I don't look at it as the end of democracy one way or another necessarily. I know I'm not oblivious to January 6th. Okay, I'm not oblivious to deep state and all that stuff. But in my mind, I don't view this as the end of democracy kind of scenario for either side of the aisle.
I agree, man. I think that the people that we have in there are, I think even if it's Trump, yeah, there's going to be some controversy. But as we could tell by his first 4 years, it wasn't that crazy. Yeah, eventually what sucks is like we are at a critical point as far as global warming. People are not bringing it up, man. It's just sad. But anyway.
Look, Trump is a narcissistic shitbag. I mean, he's a nut job. Okay, I mean, I'm not going to put that. I'm not going to gloss over that. I'm not oblivious to that. Yeah. We aren't oblivious to that.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. You know what? I'd love to ask Cat Williams of his opinion on Kamala Harris, his opinion on what's going down. Look, in the end of the day, proud to be an American. No, look.
That's a good way to close the segment there.
So we have a segment we're adding in called Pet Peeves.
Oh, do we get to do this every week or once a month? Or
how does we try to do it every week. I mean, if you have pet peeves and we have to bring them to the table every week if we have them, right? Okay. So, first pet peeve I want to bring up is and usually this happens with my parents. And again, it's happened once it's growing up. That word happens with women. Yes, I'll take my dog, for example, take my dog for a walk, go to the park. Some other two dogs were fighting, right? And we were nearby, and I come home and I tell, I live with a female, name is Sasha. I tell her, hey, there's this fight in the fucking park. You won't believe it. Holy shit. These dogs were going at it. And I'm just telling a good story. The owners were fucking wrangled up. They were started fighting, whatever, right? I'm telling a story, a good story. And she interrupts and says, hey, you got to make sure he doesn't get involved with that type of shit. Talking about our dog, Chief. You got to make sure you take good care of Chief. You got to make sure you keep him on the leash and not let him near the fight. It goes from me telling a story to being reversed and becoming a lecture. What the fuck, dude? My parents do this shit. Women do this shit. And even some dudes have done it to me. What the fuck, man? Where does that lie? And have you ever done that?
I try not to. I've done that and I've caught myself. I actually make a conscious effort not to do that.
Me too. Me too.
Because
women can't stop doing this.
I don't know. I think they organically have a nurturing element into their DNA, and they just can't help themselves.
But bro, my dad is fucking close to 80 years old. Okay, at this point, he's got to worry about his own shit. You know, he's got his own challenges. He's getting older. he's still fucking lecturing me on shit. It's like no matter what, your pops also still. My pops still does it to me.
Oh, my pops
So it's
definitely
not
does
just
it
a
to me.
female thing. I get it.
Oh,
So now the reason I said that because you're right. It goes to a nurturing shit, right? It goes to a place of I love you so much, I can't help it. But it's like, bro, But the problem is, you ruined my story. You ruined my fucking funny thing that I'm coming to tell you, or the thing that we were going to discuss. You're breaking that. You're destroying that. And life is too short to destroy that little nugget of
you
fun.
killed my chill. You killed my vibe. I don't even want to fucking tell you a story any fucking more. Like, I don't even have the energy.
Exactly.
You know how many times? You know how many times I fucking said that to my wife,
Oh,
and she gets so pissed off.
and you know what's funny? It's like, all right, finish, and you're like, well, fuck it now, it's done.
No. I was like, I don't feel like, and I'm not, and you know what? And I'm not even mad. I'm like, you know what? I'm good. I don't feel like it anymore. No. Tell me, no. I'm just good. I don't have the energy anymore. I'm good.
It's like I
The
told
moment's
you the
passed.
dog got into a fight,
You know,
and now you're giving me a lecture on make sure the dog doesn't get raped.
I
by
was
another
ready for
dog.
sex, and you blew it, and you know.
Another peeve I have. So listen, when you're going to hang out with people, right? Everybody's bringing a certain attitude to the game, right? Right? You're all coming to see each other. You haven't seen each other a few weeks, a few months, whatever it is. You want to have a good conversation. You want it to be good. I hate when people come to this type of situation. There's 3 friends. Let's do the round numbers. 2 of them are acting completely normal. 1 friend comes in a little mopey, right? A little bit like, but they're not telling you why. You can tell they don't want to tell you what's going on because there was something happening with their wife or their kid, whatever, right? You know they don't want to bring it to the table, but you can tell it's affecting them, and they're not having the normal good conversation to have because of the look on their face. They're bringing it to the table, bro. If you're gonna bring it to the table, bring it out, bro. Right? Like,
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. But
or just don't fucking or cancel.
are that's tough, man. Now, first of all, are you talking about a close, like, is your hypothetical scenario a close friend, an acquaintance? Because an acquaintance may not feel comfortable sharing all that.
I feel the same way. If you're an acquaintance, just cancel plans, right? If you're only an acquaintance, cancel last minute. It's not a big deal. But don't bring. But here's the thing: if it's apparent you're bringing the attitude, either cancel or come.
You got to give more specific kind of you got to give more specifics in your example because
Look,
that's a little too vague, and there could be a lot of different.
Okay, a chick. I have a friend. She's a chick. She comes and it's 2 other dudes. It's 4 of us, right? We're all hanging out. Chick is obviously had some fucked up thing happen in a relationship or something happen or whatever. She's not telling me. Me and her are friends, but we're not like, you know what I mean? We're friends. I look at it like she knows a lot about me because I'm just a very open person, right? So I have basically opened up with most people that I end up conversing with because I don't want to have small talk. I want to talk about real shit. I'm gonna be honest about myself, my faults, all the shit I have because I think that is what is unique about a good conversation is that you're gonna bring the truth to the table. So anyway, I feel like she should. Everybody that I fuck with, do you feel me? Like we talk about everything, right? It's not just certain people I could bring to this and talk about this. Yes, there are certain situations like that because those people don't know about that part of my life. Sure, right? But if I would bring it to them if I needed to. But my point is like bringing an attitude when everybody's excited to hang out on a fucking Friday night and you're coming with the fucking mopey shit. Don't ruin everybody's fun. You know what and if you want to ruin everybody's fun, tell us what's wrong. Because I'm not saying, bro, fuck yourself and go hang out in the dark. Come hang out, but be honest about it. Because if you talk about it, you're gonna it's gonna make you release, and then you're naturally gonna have more fun, and then it's a reoccurring thing we can discuss through the night. So you're not thinking about it in the back of your head. Anyway,
All right, I'm with you. I'm with you there.
all right, good.
I could dig that. Yeah, I could dig
Should have been a
that.
lawyer. Another pet peeve I have. This is the last one before, and I know you got one, right? I think.
Yeah, I think I got one.
Okay, good. All right, so I'm walking up the stairs. Okay, so my apartment building has 2 sets of stairs. They run parallel. Okay, walking up the stairs with the dog. I see a guy on the other steps. He's crippled. He's young. He's like kind of thuggy dressing, like coming up the steps. I'm even surprised. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing in my building? Kind of like, I've never seen him before. Not in a racist way. He's a fucking, like, I guess white or Hispanic. I couldn't tell, dude. I'm just like, I've never seen this kid, and he looks a little thuggy. That, I keep track of everybody in my building. You know what I mean? Everybody does, right? So anyway, I run up those stairs with the dog because I see he's crippled. I go all the way to the door. There's about 15 feet between the stairs then and the door, the front door of the apartment building. I open up the apartment building door and wait for him for about 10 seconds. And I kind of rushed it too fast. I went way too fast up there, and it was like just holding it for a little bit. So it kind of looks stupid for me too. Like I'm just sitting there holding it with the dog, right? And he just kind of like give me this fucking like doesn't even thank me, doesn't even acknowledge me.
Yeah, bitch, open the door for me.
And it's like, bro, now it makes me ask the question: just because someone is disabled, or just because someone has some type of issue, doesn't give them the fucking, the right to be a dick, right? Right? Why?
Sure.
Like, so I should have said something, right? In my mind, I'm like, yo, you should have been like, yo, you're welcome. Because I said, if I do you're welcome plenty of times to people if they don't give me the thank you, right?
This reminds me of something about Mary when Ben Stiller in the beginning of the movie went to go help his boss or his boss's brother move, and he was a paraplegic. He was in a in a wheelchair, and Ben Stiller was like, "Yo, I'm sorry, it's a little heavy." It's like heavy. What I wouldn't get to feel heavy, you sensitive prick. So that
wait, but I have to interrupt. That is one of my favorite movies of all time. If not, I think it's top 3 for me. Dude, there's something about Mary has everything you want out of comedy. I can't find this anymore.
They don't make him anymore like that.
They don't. It's so good.
They don't make it.
Oh,
I know.
Sorry to cut you off.
So my point is, you confronted him. It may turn into one of those kinds of conversations.
I would say to him, look, I would just say, hey, you're welcome. But if I say you're welcome there, he's like, man, fuck you. You don't know what I've been through. I'm like, but I'm being courteous and kind, bro. I would just expect something. You kind of look like you got a fucking angry look on your face. You got resting bitch face. You know the same thing like going back to the Indian motherfucker that I see or whatever they were. Yo, smile. It goes a long way. And especially if someone's doing something nice for you. Like, yo, I'll tell you this. If he just smiled at me, like, what's up, bro? I wouldn't expect it, thank you. Then fuck that, right? I'm doing this out of kindness of my heart. I shouldn't expect anything. But I just wanted, like, a kind of a nice interaction with anything, right? I wanted to say, hey, fellow human, I'm here for you because I see that you're struggling at the moment.
Yeah. You want to exchange some pleasantries. I get it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm done. I get it. You know what? I don't know what's going on in his life that day. And maybe me holding the door for him, maybe that pissed him off even more. Maybe he's just like, this fucking guy thinks I'm a fucking charity case. Like, I don't know. I don't know why I just did a redneck voice for a guy who's obviously dressed in a hip hop fashion, more of like a bag. I don't even know what the fuck they're wearing these days. What's the fashion?
By the way, I need to relay a message to you that my wife does not think your hick accent's very good. She thinks you need to work on your hick accent. Just want you to know that.
I mean, it's not a real. It's just like really just a me. You know what I mean? It's not really a hick. I've fucking dealt with a lot of hicks, and that's just my like collection of. It's me.
I can recall hearing that accent from you for about almost 30 years now. Okay, so I'm used to it.
But I also have a few other rednecks I do. It's you know what I mean. It's like I don't do them anymore. So when I do them, it probably sounds a little bit off. I used to do them a lot more. You remember? I was doing them fucking on again. It's not something you do much in LA. Or even back in New York, right? Who the fuck are you do a redneck accent with? When we were kids, we were fucking around. But yeah, okay. So, what's your pet peeve, brother?
Yes. So I'm talking to pedestrians.
Mm-hmm.
You have a right to walk. You have a right to be on that sidewalk. You have a right to cross that street. You have a right to share that parking lot with cars.
Mm-hmm.
And the cars, yes, it is their responsibility to not fucking rear end you or hit you or run you fucking over. Mm-hmm. You're absolutely right about that.
Okay.
But it doesn't mean you should walk around there as if you're sitting on your couch looking on your fucking phone, so going through social media, whatever, acting completely oblivious to the fact that there's cars all over the goddamn place.
Oh,
okay,
I agree.
A little bit of personal accountability, personal
Pedestrians
responsibility, please.
abuse their power, bro.
Jesus,
you're so right. Let me tell you what. You know what I hate is that pedestrian that'll like give you a stare down as you walking by. Like, yeah, well, I'm first, bitch. I'm like, yo, I get you're first, and that's why I let you go. I let you go because if I physically went through there, you couldn't physically go through there. So they stare you down almost, right? Because it's almost like if you stop a little too late, they get pissed, right? So your braking has to be perfect for Mr. Pedestrian. People do have the right of way, though, usually, right?
Yeah, but look, yeah, they do, and I get it. As they should. But can you walk around with some? Can you guys walk around with some fucking common sense? Okay, are you really that? Oh wait, compared to a vehicle, an automobile. Do you really want to get in a fight with an automobile? I mean, are you really
but
trying
that's
to?
the point, though. You know what's crazy?
Have you seen what happens? Have you seen what happens when an automobile runs into a person? Have you seen what happens?
Yeah.
Why are we so weird like that?
But listen. So here's the thing: have you ever been in the role reverse where you're a pedestrian and you get a little cocky? Like, yeah, it's my right way, bitch.
A little bit, but I don't look for trouble.
Yeah, you do.
Listen, no, let me just say this. I'll jaywalk. I'll do all that stuff, but I am holding myself accountable. I'm not on my phone. As a matter of fact, I take walks in my neighborhood, and sometimes I'm texting or whatever. I'm walking. When I get to that street and cross, I'm putting that phone down.
100%.
I am I'm one of those guys that I always wave at the cars.
Always.
Whether they're at a red light and they have to stop, or they're just stopping for me.
I don't just remember.
Give a wave.
Yeah, I don't just wave. I do the thump. All right, guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you for dealing with me and Dose. These emotional times, are creating some emotional episodes.
Don't forget, everyone, YouTube, A Dose of Rags, ADOUSRAAGZ, A Dose of Rags. Find us on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok.
And one more thing, man. You guys, listen, if we're going to grow this thing, you got to help us, man. So please share these clips, man. Do something. Help us out a little bit, bro. I'm not begging, but I am pleading. You know what I mean? We need the support of our community. Otherwise, you know what I mean? It sucks, right? I feel like we're here to build. Love you. Peace.